Good morning, students. How are you? Welcome to our next class. I hope you have stay home, stay safe. So students, our next topic is salient features of the Constitution part 2, means topic is directive principles of state policy. In this topic we have to discuss directive principles of state policy meaning only and welfare state meaning only. Rest is not in your syllabus. Read these two topics carefully. Line to line you have to read for your exam. This time exercises are not mentioned in your syllabus. So we start with directive principles of state policy. The directive principles of state policy are contained in part 4, article 36 to 51 of the Indian Constitution. Next one, the idea of directive principles being included in the Constitution was borrowed from the Constitution of Ireland. Third main point, the fundamental rights and the directive principles have a common origin but differentiate on grounds of justifiable and non-justifiable rights respectively. Basically, the idea is that the state should keep these directive principles of state policy in mind while framing laws, policies and ordinances. Once again, I repeat the meaning. The directive principles are the guidelines to be followed by the government in the governance of the country. The directive principles are not substitute for laws of the country. They are called directive principles because the government has to take them into consideration while making laws. Some important points are there. Directive principles of state policy are backed by the public opinion, provide for the welfare state, importance as a moral ideals. Directive constitute a guide for the state, source of continuity in the policies, are supplementary to the fundamental rights, yardstick for measuring the worth of the constitution or the government, helpful interpretation of the constitution. Ambiguity of directive principle is useful. Once again, I repeat meaning of the directive principles. Directive principles of state policy. Some guidelines were incorporated in the Constitution. They were not made legally enforceable. These guidelines are non-justiciable, that is, parts of the Constitution that cannot be enforced by the judiciary. A separate list of the policy guidelines is included in the Constitution. The list of these guidelines is called the directive principles of state policy. Means they are meant for the government to create certain privileges for the citizen only. They are mere directions to the state to attain certain set of objectives. Their scope is wider as they deal with wide range of subjects including international peace and security, but they are not justiciable or enforceable by any court of law. In these directive principles, we mainly three things: the goals and objective that we as a society should adopt, certain rights that individuals should enjoy apart from the fundamental rights, and certain policies that the government should adopt. These principles have some goals: welfare of the people, social, economic and political justice, raising the standard of living, equitable distribution of resources, promotion of international peace. We have to follow some policies under the directive principles. First, a uniform civil code, prohibition of the consumption of the alcoholic liquor, promotion of cottage industries, prevention of slaughter of useful cattle, promotion of village panchayat. One more important thing in this chapter, beta, relationship between fundamental rights and the directive principles. This is not mentioned in our reduced syllabus, but you have to read this topic from your book on page number 139. This is the most important topic. Difference between fundamental rights and directive principles. This is useful for you because when you note down the meaning of the directive principle, you have to write down these 6 points of directive principles, and when you write down the meaning of fundamental rights, you have to choose these 6 points for explain the meaning of fundamental rights also. So you have to read this one also, the difference between fundamental rights, on page number 139. So students, our second topic is welfare state. So students, India has adopted the ideal of welfare state. Welfare state is a concept of the government where the state plays a key role in the protection and promotion of the economic and social well-being of its citizens. A welfare state is based on the principles of social, economic and political equality. This is the general meaning of the welfare state. According to our book, a welfare state is a state which seeks to ensure the maximum happiness of maximum number of people living within its territory. मतलब जितना एक स्टेट लोगों को बेनिफिट दे सकती है उतना स्टेट देने की कोशिश करेगी, ये है वेलफेयर स्टेट। लेकिन जो डायरेक्टिव प्रिंसिपल्स है बेटा वो सारे ही हमारे फ्यूचर फॉर्म में है, मतलब ये लिखे ही फ्यूचर में हुए हैं और ये कब अप्लाई होंगे इसके लिए कोई भी रिकमेंडेशन यहाँ पे नहीं दी गई है। The Constitution of India seeks to establish India as a welfare state. Although the words welfare state are not specifically mentioned in the Constitution, the aims and objectives of the welfare state are clearly pointed out in the directive principles of state policy. हमारे Constitution में welfare state नाम का कोई भी word mention नहीं है, सिर्फ हम directive principles को जब पढ़ते हैं, जो हमारे directive principles हैं हमारे syllabus में नहीं है वो full part, लेकिन अगर वो हमारे सिलेबस में होता, जब हम उनको रीड करते तो उसके बाद हमें पता चलता कि अगर वो चीज़ें हमें मिल जाती इस लाइफ में इंजॉय करने के लिए राइट फॉर्म में या फिर प्रिंसिपल फॉर्म में, तो क्या होता, हमारी लाइफ चेंज होती, हमें बहुत सारे एक्स्ट्रा राइट्स मिल जाते। These directive principles emphasize on that the goal of the Indian polity is welfare state. We have already discussed these things. Both union and the state governments had over the past 6 decades taken steps to implement directive principles which aims at establishing social and economic democracy, the basic goal of a welfare state. यस बेटा, इसमें बहुत सारी चीज़ें मेंशन हैं, अगर वो इम्प्लीमेंट कर दी जाएंगी तो हम लोग एक ऐसी सोसाइटी में रह रहे होंगे जहाँ पे सबका स्टेटस एक जैसा होगा, जो कि आज के लाइफस्टाइल के अकॉर्डिंग पॉसिबिलिटी में नहीं है। तो ये जो वेलफेयर स्टेट है, अकॉर्डिंग टू कॉन्स्टिट्यूशन सोशल इक्वालिटी एंड जस्टिस प्रोवाइड किया गया है, इकोनॉमिक वेलफेयर प्रोवाइड किया गया है, फॉरेन पॉलिसी वेलफेयर प्रोवाइड किया गया है, और इसके साथ साथ ये हम लोगों को एडमिनिस्ट्रेशन और लीगल मैटर्स में भी इक्वालिटी देते हैं। दिस टॉपिक केयरफुली, इफ़ यू हैव एनी डाउट यू कैन कॉल मी एनी टाइम। थैंक यू।